That same masjid I went to, there was one time where I came in. There's no coat hangers or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I came in and prayer started. I come in, I took my jacket off and I hanged it nearby where the heat, the radiator is. I finished our prayer, sat down, and then one of the brothers wanted to make an announcement, and he's like, "Please, brothers, I've noticed a lot of times people are hanging their coat down by the radiator. Please, even though one brother has actually advised me and said to put it there, who is very familiar with the mosque. So I thought, okay, let me put it there. So I put it there, and mind you, there was another jacket there as well, so I didn't really think anything of it. But then when he was making that announcement, he said, "Please don't put it." Mind you, as he's talking, I'm trying to look at the radiator, like, you know what I mean, and I don't see my jacket there. So he's like, "I've noticed a couple of times, please don't put your jacket on there, make sure you keep your jacket on you." That's what he said. When everything finished, we got up, I'm walking, and I just see my jacket at the back of the masjid on the floor. Like the way it's even been put down, it was not just, you know, neatly and somewhere in the corner. It looked like it's been actually dashed.
Oh,
you know
sorry
what I mean?
to hear that. Yeah,
So,
subhanallah.
and the thing that I was trying to talk about was, I didn't speak to the brother there and then. Like, I was, from the inside, I was fuming. So you know what, I'm going to speak to him the next time I see him. So the next day I spoke, I called him. I said, "Brother, let me speak to you." You know what I mean? I spoke to him in private. Like, literally as soon as he came out, we walked up and I spoke to him in private. And I've noticed that, you know, you gave a warning about the jacket and etc. No problem, but akhi, you know, please don't throw my jacket around like that. Or furthermore, please don't even touch my jacket. I had to say it in a nice way. Certain times I feel like I have to say something for me not to really get violated like this, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm a brother as much as him. We no difference from each other. And then he was like, "Are you finished?" And I was like, "No, I'm not finished." I was like, "You've made your announcement." Imagine he said, "Are you finished?" Like he didn't want to hear me out type of thing. But I said, imagine if you've made that announcement. Okay, cool. If that still continued, then you could have been like, you know, do you know what I mean? But made the announcement after he's threw my jacket on the floor, which is, you know, vice versa, like the other way around. So I told him, please. And he's like, "Yeah, when we come from Jummah prayers, brothers do this all the time. This is that." And I said, I wasn't aware of that. This is news to me. This could have been a brother that is actually trying to get closer to Allah and come into the masjid. He could have had something else in his pocket, and you could have exposed his sins like that. But this brother is trying to come to the mosque to repent. He understood where I was coming from. Now we're really good. Like we have a good relationship, and
I
we
think
are
and I love that story.